All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome to another interesting live stream with your fantastic host, if I do say so myself, Frank Steven. And today we have a wonderful show for you. We have a wonderful show planned out for you. I thought about it. I drafted my program, my what I'm going to be talking about. And I promise we hope to make this show worth it. Okay. So please, eight of us that are watching, please smash the like button, smash that like button, especially the one on the live chat. Smash every button that looks like a like button and share this to as many people as possible. We are going to have an amazing show, and I don't want your friends, your family, everyone to miss it. It is important that they watch this. This is public service announcement. It is very important. Okay, everybody needs to be here. Before we even could get going, we already had somebody in the chat letting us know that we are very myopic, ridiculous people who have not enlightened to the truth of Candace Owens. Maybe this person is trolling, I don't know, but this is a Protec PSCW saying, I thought by now you guys would realize that Candace Owens was right, but I was wrong. You are still defending the feds for their sloppy story. Like, seriously, who still believes the official story? And I guess this person's chat captures the sentiment and the mindset that someone like Candace Owens is intending to exploit rather, is intending to exploit. It's people with this kind of thinking and this kind of mentality that she is intending to exploit. Uh, or not just people with the kind of thinking and kind of narrative, but the sentiment. Now, that sentiment is sometimes legitimate. I mean, we can say categorically that sometimes the official narrative is suspicious. I mean, as a Nigerian, trust me, I am no alien to not trusting the official narrative. But that distrust for the official narrative is what someone like Candace Owens is exploiting. And maybe will get to some point in the live stream where I tell you something about our Nigerian version of Candace Owens. There's somebody in Nigeria who is like Candace Owens. Maybe not as despicable, and not Candace Owens in the term of using the death of somebody or dancing on someone's grave that they once held to be a friend, but someone who exploits the distrust for the government and uses it to spread conspiracy theories. That's the kind of person I'm talking about. We have our Nigerian version. I think every society has that Candace Owens at this point. Anyway, John, thank you for always being in the live chat, even when I feel like I'm the only one. Thank you, John. Hello to you too. I hope you're having a fantastic day in the United States. Everyone that is watching me, if you can comment in the live chat, let me know where you are watching me from. If you're watching me from the United States, from the UK, from Canada, I usually get viewers from all over the place. Let me know, and let me know why you haven't sent this to your friends and family to let them know that we are doing something important and they need to watch this. Let me know why we are just a level right now. I really need answers. I need answers, okay? John is letting us know that he's watching us from the United States. Yep. And we have just another bookworm. Said, hi, I'm watching from the United States. That's nice. We also have Denise. Oh, sorry. We have Denise Durance. Denise. Denise. Hello, Frank from the US. Wow, we have so many people from the United States. This is going to be an interesting live stream. We have also Retouched by Strength 8080. Say, I'm here, bro. Let's all smash the like button. You are am I muted? Am I? Someone said I'm muted, but I think everybody can hear me. I mean, if you cannot hear me, how do these people know that I'm telling them to let them know? I think people can hear me. This is this person is watching from Nigeria. Sorry, I was okay, but I guess I'm no longer muted. Thank you. Watching from South Africa. All right. Thank you for letting me know that I'm okay now. Especially letting us know that she's watching, or he or she is watching from Nigeria. I just want gossip to unwind today. You came to the right place, okay? You came to the right place, and I have gossip for you. And that gossip is Candace Owens. Let me not waste too much of our time. and let me get right into it. Anyways, by the way, guys, remember you can always support the channel by sending me super chats, going to buymeacoffee.com/NIG perspective, and putting your money where my mouth is necessary, is important. Okay, I want to be my goal on YouTube. I'm saying this sarcastically, even though some people will not get it. My goal on YouTube right now is to be a much bigger grifter than Candace Owens. Can I grift on you guys, please? Make it worth it. Anyways, this we're going to begin with something that we saw in the last live stream, where Erika Kirk went on Fox News to set the record straight and let Candace Owens and her gang know that her husband's legacy and her husband's memory is not to be vandalized and disregarded and destroyed by people like her. So we are going to start from there. This is the Fox News report. So let's listen to this so that everybody can be brought up to speed in case you missed the last live stream. All right, so here it is.
With Erika Kirk sharing her journey with America and the world, we are grateful at Fox to have her here to shine a light on healing as we all miss and mourn the loss of her beloved Charlie Kirk. Not all of her journey has been without, hate, conspiracies, and oddly, speculation about where her husband is buried. Now, for the first time, Erika, who's with me now, addresses all of it from the perspective of a grieving widow, a mom, and a battle-tested American. Good to see you again today. Talk to me about this part of the conspiracies that are out there, this disturbing part that people are trying to guess where Charlie is.
Can I have one thing? Can I have one thing? Can my children have one thing? Everything was public. We will be building the most beautiful memorial for my husband at Turning Point USA, and it will be for the world to see, and it will be spectacular, and it will have basically museum style for our Charlie, for my Charlie. But can I have one thing? Can my babies have one thing where we hold it sacred, where my husband is laid to rest, where I don't have to be worried about some secular revolutionary coming and destroying my husband's grave while my daughter is sitting there praying? One thing, that this is my husband. Yes, he was Charlie Kirk to the world, and I know so many people love my husband, and I am grateful for that, but this is my husband, and I want to be able to have one thing left that is sacred to our family, to my in-laws, to my babies, and to my parents. One thing.
What are they taking from you right now?
Nothing. But I will tell you what they are doing. It reminds me so much of chapter 6 in the book of Nehemiah. He is building a wall, and the townspeople are at the base of that hill saying, Nehemiah, calling him all these names, saying all these things, come on down. Every single time he had the same message 4 times in a row. I cannot come down. I am busy building. That is how I feel. I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean that I am complacent. My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it. We are busy building. And you know what I thought? I thought these people are human. We are all grieving in our own way. And they are trying to find the answer to something that happened that was so evil. They are trying so hard. And I get that. We're doing the same. Anytime we hear a lead or anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. Please dig into this. No rock will be unturned. I want justice for my husband, for myself, for my family, more than anyone else out there. So for me, you want to keep telling me to come down while we're building? I don't have time for that. But here's my breaking point on that. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus.
It is.
Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this. Excuse my French. But this is not okay.
So you want to put these people back in the box where they've been creeping from?
I don't care what box you're in. But just know that your words are very powerful and we are human. My team are not machines and they're not robots. They are human. We have more death threats on our team and our side than I have ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. I have, you name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted. And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? They watched my husband get murdered. I have no idea how I would have reacted if I was there that day. And thank the good Lord that I did not have to see that happen. But my team, they are rocked to the core. So why every single day do they have to be dragged through the mud, analyzed, hyper-analyzed?
You know, the conspiracies that are out there, all of the like, do you think that there is more of it now because you do shine your light? I mean, did people just expect you would just go away?
I don't know what they expected. I don't know what they expected.
They pick on you because of your accessories. I mean, I've seen some of it.
Oh, yeah. No, at this point, it's what? The conspiracy collection. Get it before Christmas. Like, seriously. Wow. You will, if you want to find and pick me apart, go right ahead. I do not care. I don't. This was happening before Charlie was murdered. Both of us have been through the ringer of people will call you whatever they want to call you. They will. But I have seen it firsthand impact the people that I love, and I'm done. I'm done. And if people think that I was just going to wilt away, I'm not going to sit in a corner and cry and be in fetal position. This is a duty to my husband, and it's an absolute honor, and I will never back down. And so my message to them is to stop. To stop.
And that's what we will say here on Outnumbered 2. God bless you. Hold up your book.
Stop in the name of God.
Amen.
All right. So that is her statement. That was what she said on Fox News. And it's an interesting thing that she said. There was something she said when she talked about Nehemiah building the wall, and you people, the people keep calling him to calm down and let them, calm down, trying to distract Nehemiah from building the wall. And Nehemiah's response was always, no, I'm up, I'm building. I cannot leave building and coming down to have this conversation with you. And I respect that a lot. I respect that from her standpoint, where she's like, I'm not going to engage you. I'm not going to be distracted with you guys trying to distract me from building on from what my husband, started doing, his work. I'm not continuing that work. I'm being distracted from the likes of Candace Owens. Come down and answer our questions. Come down. We have questions for you. We need to answer these questions before we can move forward. I really want to know. I know Candace Owens always claim like she's a very good friend of Charlie Kirk and all whatnot. But doesn't she understand that everyone has, as far as Charlie Kirk is concerned, everybody has their place. And it is that certain things she's doing, certain demands that she's making. I know so many of her fans believe that she's one true friend who is fighting for for justice, seeking justice for Charlie or whatever it is that they think that she's doing. But at one point, people need to recognize that it is not your place. I think this social media space that we find ourselves in have made people develop a kind of, what is it called? Is it parasocial or paranormal? Parasocial relationship where they feel like because they watch you every day, they listen to you on podcasts, they see your tweets every now and then, somehow they feel like they're your brothers and sisters. All of a sudden, everybody now feel like, yeah, I get it that what happened to Charlie Kirk is not just an attack on Charlie Kirk, but an attack on, so many things that people in America hold dear, an attack on so many ideas that he stands for and he represents. But on an individual level, on a personal level, you are not his family member. Like many people on social media who are so heavily invested in this whodunit nonsense should recognize that you are not his family member. You are not his... People always do it. For example, when they free Britney, whatever, stuff was going on. People were carrying placards like free Britney. And I'm like, I know you feel like you're fighting for this musician, but you don't know anything about her. You don't really know her. You're carrying placards, you are protesting, you are doing whatever it is you are doing. Do you really know this person? Do you really know them? Is it really your place to ask for the freedom of Britney? It's the same thing with Charlie Kirk's death. Like, some people need to understand, it is not your place. This justice you are seeking, it is not your place. It's one thing that I've learned in life. Just like, as a married person, there's so many things that happen, and my wife would be like, well, why don't you say something to these people? Or why didn't you, or let's say we are discussing about a friend or someone, and I notice that the friend is doing something wrong or something wrong is going on, and I say nothing, for example. I just keep quiet. I don't say anything about it. And my wife would be like, why don't you tell them this? Why don't you have that conversation with them? Because I'll be telling my wife, this is what I think these people should do. This is what I think this person should be told. I'll be giving her like 10 points on what needs to be done. And then she'll be like, why don't you tell them? Why don't you say those things you're telling me? Why don't you say it to them? And my response is always, it is not my place. It is not my place to tell them those things. I'm not in any position to tell them these things I'm telling you. I'm just telling you this because you're my wife and we are having a conversation. Otherwise, I won't say it to anyone. It is privileged information between me and you. There is no point in trying to input because it is not my place. And I think the problem in social media is people don't recognize that this is not your place. I know, because everything is out there, you kind of feel involved, but you are not involved. You're not a family member. If there is any person who is in a better position to seek for justice for Charlie and be really invested in how this is being, how the prosecution is going and how it is being handled, if there's somebody who it is his or her place to really be demanding for justice and trying to get the things done, it is not me, it is not you. It is the people who we are the victim of this crime. And that is Erika and people at Turning Point USA. But what Candace Owens has done is taking advantage of people's curiosity and that parasocial relationship that they develop with someone that they admire and make it look like we are all... You need to listen to how Candace Owens talks. She'll be like, I think they owe us. Somebody needs to explain to us. You need to come out and tell the public. The public is feeling like... And I'm like, screw the public. Why do you need to know? Who owes you what? It's just an interesting thing that I just observed. Like, it is not your place. It is not your business. At this point, it is not your business. It has nothing to do with you at this point. Nowhere to draw the line and be like, okay, we have gone this far. Now we need to, I just saw somebody say this in the comments. He said, this is one of those ways people try to do whatever it is that they try to do. We have in the internet is filled with interesting people who would defend whatever. But you know what? I will entertain them. Nehemiah is not Erika. It is Candace. No one has demanded a meeting date and time to meet with her. It was Candace who TPUSA demanded to come off the wall and meet in Arizona. Can you imagine this person and this person who just left this comment in the live chat? She's saying that Candace Owens is the Nehemiah and Turning Point USA are the one calling her off the wall. What is Candace Owens building? Can you explain that to me, Mish? What is Candace Owens building that people are distracting her from building? A web of conspiracies? A whole distraction? I mean, she's been distracted from being a distraction. Are you that serious? What exactly has Candace Owens built in her entire public career as a conservative, so-called? What exactly has she built? All she has done is tear things down and destroy things. She's no Nehemiah. People are saying delusion. This person is deluded. Anyway, interesting. All right, so there is what she had other things to say. Erika had other things to say. She was on CBS, and this is what she had to say when she went on CBS.
The podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
So her message is clear to the Candace Owens of the world. Please stop. Stop spreading all this ridiculous nonsense. Stop. Remember when Candace, anyway, we'll get into that, but I think it's enough to just tell them, in the name of God, like the book of the recent book from her late husband says, the title says, in the name of God, please stop. That is what she's saying to these people. Stop. Enough is enough. Stop. Will it be effective? Only God knows. But let's look at some other things. She was on Glenn Beck's show, and she had some other things to say. This is what she has to say about Charlie's legacy.
I don't know how you handle this, Eric. I don't know how to be dragged into, you were involved in the death and all this crazy, evil stuff.
No, it's sick.
God bless you.
It's sick.
God bless you. It is.
My family means everything to me. Turning Point USA has always been in our life and has always been so good to Charlie, and Charlie was good to his team. Everyone loved Charlie.
Yeah.
I get that. Everyone wants an answer to this evil. And sometimes the answer is very clear.
Yeah.
The truth is very clear.
Are you worried? Well, and one question, and then we'll go into.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes it is not that complicated. It's not that complicated. Sometimes the official narrative is the truth. It's not every time that the agencies lie. Sometimes they are telling the truth. Yes, you should be skeptical of the agencies. You should be skeptical of the agencies. It does not mean even when you have nothing to go by that to prove that they are lying, you just already start doubting them. Okay? Sometimes you need to give them the benefit of a doubt.
What the real answer is. Are you concerned about his assassin is in court today? Are you concerned about being able to have a jury that's not been tainted?
No, it's a real thing, Glenn, and you get this. A lot of people don't, and I think that we need to do a better job of educating our citizens about our court systems. A lot of people don't know how an actual trial plays out. I am very curious about how the United Healthcare case plays out. We are living in a day and age where social media can absolutely impact. I feel it can. The reason I say that is because I don't want a tainted jury pool. I want justice for my husband. Anytime we have leads, anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. We're not messing around. None of us are involved in my husband's murder. None of us.
Let me take a moment to answer Mitch. Mitch, I need to say this to you very clearly. Listen to me. It will help you. Listen to me. Nobody owes you an answer. You will not believe this, but it is true. Nobody. Mitch, nobody owes you an answer. Nobody owes you. As in, absolutely, the FBI does not have to answer. I know you're like, my taxpayer dollar is... No, they don't owe you an answer. Right now, they don't. They are trying to build a case. They are not supposed to make it public. That is not how cases work. They are not supposed to make it public. Not right now. If you really want to get answers, you need to apply something called patience. That's your impatience. We live in a society of instant everything. It has to happen now. If it does not happen now, then they are covering something up. No, it is not always the case. Things do not work out like that always. Okay? This is not instant noodles that you put inside the fire and 3 minutes later you are eating something. That is not how investigation works. You have to wait. They cannot be telling you stuff now. The FBI cannot tell you all they have now. They are working on a case. They need to build the case. They need to get to court. They need to win it. And then after the trial, you start with all your nonsense, whatever it is you want to do at the end of the day. You go ahead and do that. You need to wait. Candace Owens is telling you that no, you don't need to wait. They need to answer you now. And you are believing her. In which case has ever happened? Whichever public criminal case has ever happened where while they are preparing for trial, the FBI and all the government agencies involved in the case are releasing information to the entire public, telling them how the investigation is going out. I mean, you have Candace Owens telling you that she thought she was going to lead the investigation with Donald Trump and the FBI is going to be a big team. The band is going to come together to crack the case. Because of what? Because you are a trained investigator, you have no qualification whatsoever. Even as a journalist, you have no qualification. Talk more somebody who is working in law enforcement, who is trying to investigate this kind of crime. By what metric should you be involved? For what reason should you be involved? What do you contribute by you knowing what is going on? What is the contribution of that? What does that? You're like, we want answers, and so I want to know. You know, what Donald Trump ate for breakfast this morning. It doesn't mean I need to know. It's not me. It doesn't mean I'm going to know. The way people feel, this entitlement mentality of I deserve answers. I need answers. I should be giving answers. What? Everybody is Chat GPT. We are all Google. You Google us and we'll give you an answer. Every government agency is Google to you. This level of entitlement, who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? Can you imagine? Normal people. You even have the effrontery to call yourself a normal person. My dear, have yourself checked. There is nothing normal about you.
Turning Point USA, myself, any of these other crazy accusations, none of us. And so I want our team who's on this case to do what we hired them to do and take care of this. And the unfortunate part is that everyone's acting as if the case and the trial is going to be tomorrow. It's not. Glenn, you know this. The case is not going to be, I mean, in full transparency, we're looking at end of 26, beginning of 27, probably. I mean, this is not something that is going to be happening tomorrow. Say that again.
Well, it's. I mean, how do you get a jury with that much time and what's happening? And quite honestly, I don't need you to comment on this, but I think mental illness is involved in some of this.
Exactly. Many of these people are mentally ill. They have nothing going on in their life. I cannot imagine somebody who is busy, somebody who has a job, somebody who has. For a very long time, I didn't even talk about this because I was busy trying to get a second channel running. At the same time, busy trying to see how I can fit this one into my schedule. Busy trying to see how I can do stuff for the church. Busy trying to see what I can do for my family and the responsibility I owe to my family. Busy trying to do so many things with my life that I will pause and be like, you know what? I need to watch Candace Owens to know if they finally provided us with answer. Then I go and start harassing people online and telling them, when are you going to give us answers? Then I go and whoever Candace Owens tell me to call, I'm going to call the person and say, we demand answers. Like, are you not busy? Don't you have things to do with your life? Is that what Charlie Kirk wants for you? To be this jobless, pointless, aimless life you are living? Telling me in the comments that you want answers. Keep wanting it. Look at this foolish person. It is an open investigation. Google open investigation, you moron. How is this an open investigation? Okay, by open investigation, do you mean public investigation? Yes, it is an open investigation. Does not mean it is a public investigation. An open investigation means an ongoing investigation, not open for you to see. See, the moron really thinks an open investigation means a public investigation. Like the whole public, the entire public, we are all being called together to investigate. Have they called you and said, please send us tips? We need your assistance in doing whatever we want to do. Moron does not even know the difference between open investigation and public investigation. He thinks I'm fairly sure that this person is a woman. This person thinks that an open investigation means that it is an open investigation means it is ongoing, not public. There is nothing about this investigation that is for the public now. For the public to, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. I mean, I will repeat it again. It does not work like that. It doesn't. Why are you people like this? Like, why are people like, it doesn't work like that. She's still insisting with in all caps. Yes, it is. Can you imagine? If you really are a responsible podcaster, you are a responsible podcaster, you allow the law enforcement agency to finish what they are doing. When they are done, imagine that you give a child an assignment. Let's say you are in the exam hall. You give a child a script to write the exam. You say this exam is in 1 hour. And 30 minutes into the exam, you go to the, or not just 30 minutes, 5 seconds. As soon as the paper is on the lap of the child of the student who is writing the exam, you're already marking it, telling them, oh, you failed that one. The normal thing to do before you start assessing what the examination sheet of the student, you wait for them to be done. When they are done with the examination, when they are done writing, you start marking the script. But in this situation, you are prying. You're like, oh, it's a public examination, so I need to see. It is a public examination. Therefore, I must see. Come on. They are even right now. They're even fighting for the trial to be made public so that the whole world can see it, as in to see the court case and see as it unfolds. They want this trial to be public. It's not open enough for you. No, the FBI have to tell you every day they find something, they have to publish it for you to know. So if there is a witness they want to question tomorrow, they let you know that, hey, tomorrow we are going to go and question this witness, so that the witness can find an opportunity to run away. When they want to do this one, they let you know. So you know they need to keep you in the loop, because you know you are the director of the FBI. You are the director of you are the chief constable. The moron is still talking. Say, as you are covering this as well. What I'm covering is not the investigation, you moron. What I'm covering is what people are saying about it. I'm covering what Erika is saying. I'm covering what Candace Owens is saying. If those two people were not saying anything, I will not be here covering it. You know what? I think I've given you enough. I've given you enough attention. You know, you left Candace Owens making you feel important, and you have come here. And now I'm making you feel important. My bad. So keep talking. I think I've answered you enough.
Online,
yeah,
I think it's really,
and Glenn,
honestly,
I'll be honest,
I feel bad.
I am not going to
mental
waste my
illness.
time. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time in combating people, going toe to toe, calling people names. That's just not me. That's not how Charlie operated. There's no reason for me to go down a dark place like that. I'm so tired of the fracture. What drives me nuts is that Charlie, he has worked and provided and has blessed us with so much, like literally his book. He has blessed us with so much wisdom, so much. He's just such a good thought leader. He blessed us with laser focus on the mission, on saving this country. But instead, we're so focused on
this is the kind of this thing
who did what. Like, yes, we will figure all that out. Yes, this is a murder case. He did not die in a car crash. Yes, that will be handled. But my husband's legacy is not about his murder. My husband's legacy is what he left behind.
Mitch is a problematic human being. I think Mitch has very many problems. One of them is comprehension, inability to comprehend, inability to understand something, inability to understand the difference between covering a news story and covering an investigation. She does not even know the difference. She doesn't know the difference between I'm covering a news story, I'm covering an event that took place, and I'm covering the investigation. The stupidity of this kind of person, this is the brain power that I'm dealing with. This is the average brain power of the average Candace Owens fan. I'm just pissed off because this person is really, really ridiculous. Like really, really ridiculous. People always say that people in Africa have very low IQ. And if Mitch is an American, it's quite a disappointment that someone with this level of education, you are exposed to an advanced civilization with everything that you have available to you. You are really, this is the level of argument I have to deal with. And it's coming from you and you are not ashamed of it. It's really, I don't even know what else to say to you. I said she should wait. You shouldn't be talking about this until the investigation is over. And then you say, why am I covering it? As if I am covering it. You believe that what I am doing right now is covering it. Like you came here, you watch everything that I'm doing, and you're like, I am covering the investigation. I am covering. Have I said anything that you consider coverage of the investigation thus far in this whole thing that I've been saying since this live stream started 36 minutes ago? Did you see me say anything about covering the investigation? When have I covered the investigation? All I'm doing is cover the news stories that are coming up right now with regards to people responding to what Candace Owens is doing. And you say, I am covering the investigation. It's quite unfortunate. This is what the West has become. This is what she said, oh, okay, so maybe I don't know the difference, but you have to make fun of me. Yes, sometimes you need to be, people like you need to be made fun of. Let me tell you something. It is good to make fun of people. I think people in the West stop making fun of people enough. You know, when I was growing up as a young person, whenever you say something stupid, you know, West people usually raise their children to encourage them to be inquisitive. And of course, my parents encouraged me to be inquisitive, but they encouraged me to when you have a question, try and find the answer without voicing your stupid question. I don't know if you understand. I'm not saying don't ask questions, but ask a question in such a way that you don't end up looking stupid. Ask a question as somebody who is genuinely curious, not as somebody who has already arrived at a conclusion. When you ask a question like you are doing cross-examination, then you deserve to be made fun of. When you air out every stupid idea that crosses your mind, we need to make fun of you so much that tomorrow before you say something, you start second-guessing yourself. Because you have become so confident in stupidity that you've the gift of doubt, you don't have it again. You don't have the gift of saying, you know what if I'm wrong? Before I say this stupid thing, we need to make people like you afraid of looking dumb. Because these days, people are now, like I said in the last live stream, Candace Owens have given voice to all the dumb people on the internet. Now they feel emboldened. That is the problem. So you're asking me, why am I making fun of you? Yes, I'm doing you a good service. I hope this leaves an imprint in your life. That tomorrow before you talk, you think, I hope I'm not going to make myself look stupid. Because the lack of, the fear of not, there was a time in this world, I don't know how old you are, but there was once upon a time in human existence, people used to be afraid of sounding stupid. But now everybody will say somebody will say something, the most ridiculous, insane thing. No filter, no. What if what I just said is dumb? What if I'm just making a fool of myself? What if I just look stupid right now for this rubbish I just said? That has gone in society. Everybody now voices out their inner thoughts. Things that they're supposed to keep to themselves. They now voice it out. They let the whole world see it. That is why we have people like Candace Owens in the world. And we have her fans. Nobody is doubt, because now you can say the most ridiculously insane thing on the internet and you have people that will back you up. Everybody will be saying, go queen, yes queen. We need people who we need now, like we need to be carrying out a shame campaign, because some ideas are not even worth engaging. You know, some ideas need to be called out and ridiculed. We are at this point, we are way past debunking, because we have done all the debunking we can do. We have realized that reason does not cure stupidity. You know, even the Bible did not say when you reason with a fool, he's going to change. No, that's not what the scripture said. The scripture said the rod, you know what rod is? That thing they used to beat people. That the purpose of the rod was designed for the back of a fool. That rod, punishment, was designed for the back of a fool. Not instruction, not debunking, not calmly explaining. Classy explanation, classy response. We are way past that. It's rod that is meant for your back. They need to lie you down and beat you. Beat wisdom into your head. So if I'm doing it with words, you should be thanking me. You should thank me. You should send me a super chat saying, Frank, thank you for knocking sense into my head. Because we are way past trying to reason with you people. It's now time to shame you people, to use the tongue to whip you people. Look at this. Look at this stupid person. Why are you getting angry? I was only asking a question and just letting you know another interpretation. But with what a very stupid person. I can see that all my effort is in vain. I'm trying to beat sense into your head, but it's still not entering. I guess your kind cannot go away except by prayer and fasting. Anyway, what else? I have another thing from Erika for people like Mitch that wants answers. Well, here is one answer you are going to get from Erika. She even has you people's time. Honestly, Erika has you people's time.
Do you think Charlie?
Obroma is not just to sue Candace Owens for defamation for all the nonsense she has been saying. Anyway, so here is another thing Candace had to say when she was on Glenn Beck.
Do you think Charlie knew to some degree and had made the conscious choice that I may be taken out early? Not saying he knew that day, but that he had any inkling that this might come his way and that he intentionally chose to move forward with faith in God?
It's interesting because I have unbelievable amounts of death threats. My kids have kidnapping threats, death threats. Our whole team has death threats. We knew that there was always going to be a threat, but Charlie and I we promised each other we would never live in fear. And he would say, if they're going to get me, they're going to get me. But he was not messaging people the day before saying, I'm going to be murdered. They're coming after me. Someone's going to kill me.
Is that an answer for you, Mitch? You dumb moron. You low IQ moron. Like you're making it begin to sound like Sam Shamoun. My goodness. You know what? Let me not go that low.
He didn't say that. And I have his cell phone. Didn't say that. And so what I do know is that we believe in the power of prayer. And what I do know is that we believe in our sovereign God. And what I do know is that night before, we did what we usually did before tours. We said our prayer and we asked the Lord to protect us. And we asked the Lord that his will be done. That's what we did.
All right, so that is all I could gather. I think she said more things, but these are the ones that I could gather that I consider relevant to what we are talking about with regards to things that Erika had to say to, the conspiracies that we are getting from Candace Owens. Hopefully this is going to wake up some of her sleeping, brain dead fans who keep spouting this nonsense. Hopefully some of them are going to begin to question if they are reasoning correctly. Sometimes you look at them and you wonder if there's hope for these people. But I want to be hopeful, even though I'm often prone to be pessimistic. But I want to be hopeful. Now let's look at the Candace Owens herself and her response to what Erika said. This woman is this woman they call Candace Owens. She's demonic. She's demonic, and I wish people who listen to her know that words carry spirit. There was something I was trying to explain to someone who I had an interview with recently. I don't know when it is going to be published, but I had this interview with this guy from Israel, and I was telling him, I said, words are spirits, and when you sit under somebody and you constantly listen to the words that they are saying, and that what you are listening to is not just the words, you are listening to the spirit behind those words. Okay, when you take the Bible, for example, and you read it, you are hearing a spirit is being communicated to you. Even Jesus said, the word that I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life. Okay, when you sit under Candace Owens and you listen to her, there is a particular spirit that she's communicating to you. The spirit of jealousy, the spirit of greed, the spirit of selfishness, the spirit of wickedness, of spite. There is just an evil spirit that you are listening to. And I hope so many people who are listening to her will stop before it's too late and they are overcome by these demonic spirits. That is why when somebody finishes listening to some of these people, they go out and they carry out dangerous stuffs. They go out and they start threatening people, start making people's life difficult. Because that is the spirit that is being released upon them as they listen to these people. Words carry spirits. Be careful who you give your ears to. Anyway, let's listen to Candace Owens and let's see the spirit that is emanating from her.
Okay.
So, we just finished hearing from Erika Kirk telling Candace to stop. And, this is in response to what Erika said on Fox News, not even what she said on CBS or even on Glenn Beck's show. This is just after the Fox News interview. This is what this demonic individual had to say.
Okay, super fun show today. You're probably seeing the clips, but Erika has gone off on conspiracy theorists. Obviously, every journalist out there is emailing me because it's about me. It's indirect, but it's also
it's about me. It's about me saying it gleefully, shamelessly. This is the creation of you people that listen to her. This is the monster you people have fed. Look at how fat she has gotten.
also about me. And don't worry, in case you think it's not about me, she is going to name check me on stage with Barry Weiss on Saturday. How do we know?
Mitch is asking me, did Erika say Candace's name? I missed the fact, or are we assuming? Ask Candace. When you watch her next show, ask her, did Erika call you by name? Because this is she speaking.
Because our mommy sleuths be everywhere, and they recorded the town hall today. And as soon as the town hall concluded, we got a flutter of emails. And what she says about the Egyptian planes, I'm sorry, not gonna lie, it's a little suspicious. It's weird. It's a weird response. So look, we got to go there.
That is what the demonic individual had to say. Let me give you a summary of her show, because usually I don't watch that nonsense. So for those who take themselves through the pain of watching it, this is a summary of what her show was about today. This is from so this person usually summarizes Candace's show on Twitter, for the benefit of so many of us who don't want to. So he said, I watched Candace Owens today, so you don't have to. She started the show by saying she wasn't sure about Erika Kirk, says Erika has been doing media rounds, but her interviews have missed the mark. Says we are getting an opportunity to really know Erika now. Says she's been patient, only focused on evidence. Talked about theories surrounding Charlie not being buried yet. Plays clips of Erika. Candace suggests Erika has Meghan Markle syndrome. Says Erika wants privacy/attention at the same time. Plays video of Erika crying over Charlie's casket. Says there is no reason to share the video. Says everything either needs to be private or everything has to be public. Takes shot as Turning Point USA. Plays clip of Erika defending Turning Point USA. Makes dramatic skeptical face as she watches the clip. Says she's frustrated by Erika's response and doesn't accept it. Says Erika has plenty of time to do everything but address the conspiracies. Plays clip of Erika with Trump. Says Erika has time for that. Responding to people's theory just isn't her priority. Yeah, she shouldn't Oh, it is unfortunate that Erika does not have the time to respond to every single stupid conspiracy theory that Erika and Ian Caro can conjecture. Oh, so unfortunate. Goes on angry rant because Erika says she's making hundreds of thousands of dollars from her fake conspiracies. Says this is why women shouldn't run companies, and Erika is emotional and illogical. Says if Erika really cared, she would answer questions. Says this is a psyop against her and her fans. Rages that people are rallying around Erika and reposting videos of her response today. Rants about influencers questioning her. Paints people who question her out to be the villain, who are out to get everyone. Takes shot at Timpo. Says her and her fans don't care about the midterms. Surprise, surprise. Paint people who question her out to be possible psycho killers that her fans who shouldn't trust. Says Tucker Carlson agrees with her. Says everyone who disagrees with her sold out and has joined Operation Mockingbird against her. Mocks people wanting evidence. Plays clips of Tucker saying the Egyptian plane story is true, which is stupid and Tucker Carlson said that because he's the biggest coward to ever grace the podcast space. Tucker Carlson is one hell of a coward. My goodness. I thought so many of the people in Daily Wire payroll were cowards, but Tucker Carlson is giving every coward you know a run for their money. This guy is the biggest of cowards. Says because Tucker Carlson says everyone everyone should now take it as concrete fact that the Egyptian plane story is true. Says because Tucker Carlson said it, this means CIA confirmed it. Rants about people laughing at her, mocking her fans because you people are ridiculous. You people are clowns. You people are jokers. You people are individuals to never take seriously. You people have the mind of an earthworm. I mean, I can go on to mock your fans because they deserve every bit of mockery. At this point, it's no longer to convince you people, it's to laugh you people to scorn. Laugh you people to scorn. That's what you people deserve. Every single one of her fans, and she herself, and everyone who takes this nonsense seriously. You are a joke, a complete joke. Says Erika is not changing her mind. Of course, nobody can change Candace Owens' mind. Plays clip of Tucker Carlson defending her. Says she feels like COVID-19, but now it's Candice-19. Of course, the big narcissist on podcast space. Everything is about her. Says she's the common sense virus. No, she's the lack of common sense virus. She's that, or you can call it the common sense virus, in that this is the virus that eats up your common sense. Rants about influencers again, compares people who don't believe her to people who got the COVID vaccine, of course. Talks about Erika's upcoming town hall meeting. Fan says that they are filming a town hall meeting and describe what took place. Says Erika denies being on an Egyptian plane at the town hall. Candace rambles about the plane and says Erika's answer is weird. Addresses how she got military info wrong in yesterday's episode. Of course, the E5 and the E4 nonsense. Says she can confirm everything from the email she got from Harry yesterday. Talks about tons of fan emails that she's getting confirming everything she has said. Of course, that's the only... I mean, anyway, says Harry has shown her tons of evidence. She shows none, of course, because there are none. Another fan mail, she claims she has fact-checked it and reassured her audience to always just trust her fact-checked emails that she often uses as evidence for her claims. Email is about another random plane taking normal flight. Claims Pam Bondi was on plane one time. Says God is God is in all of this. Takes shot at Turning Point USA. Says she's making Candice-19 much for her fans to buy. Of course, mocks influencers for not believing her, accuse them of being a psyop. Rant about people making fun of the Egyptian planes. People are ridiculous, just like those who keep talking about the dancing Israelis. Ends show saying that she's going to keep going. Overall, today's show mainly consists of her attacking Erika while trying to convince her fans that anyone that doesn't believe her is evil and part of a psyop against them. One mention of the midterm, 5 Egyptian plane rant, 7 meltdown about influencers not believing her, countless attacks on Erika, 0 evidence shown, complete waste of time. Complete waste of time. That is why I don't engage in it, because it is a complete waste of time. Here is a report from the New York Post. Candace Owens strangely accused Erika Kirk of using BLM tactics after Widow fires back at podcasters' incoherent conspiracy theories. Let me zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see it. Let me zoom it in a bit more. I hope you guys can see it now. Yeah. I hope okay, I think it's clear now. Often incoherent podcaster Candace Owens fires back at often incoherent. That is interesting. Often, I would say always, often incoherent podcaster Candace Owens fires back at Erika Kirk as the widow finally addresses the conspiracy theories surrounding Charlie Kirk's death and Turning Point USA, claiming the widow missed the mark and accused her of using the exact same emotional strategy deployed by BLM. It is positively absurd notion that you cannot critique a $150 million organization because the CEO says that they are like a family and are grieving. Owens rails on YouTube, not on X. But this is ridiculous. This is not what Erika is saying. But of course, one of the things about Candace Owens is that for her to be able to attack people, she has to misrepresent them. It's all part of her tactics, something that her fans don't even recognize that she's doing. Erika is not saying you cannot criticize Turning Point USA. You cannot make valid criticism against them. She's saying that you cannot do this with regards to the death of Charlie and to accuse them of what you are accusing them of, especially when you don't have evidence. You are going off of dreams. You're going off of vibes. You're going off of This story they told me did not check out. You are going off of tips that that seems ridiculous notion, preposterous, whatever evidence. Hey, this one, that one, that one. You come up with theories upon theories and you're using it to destroy them. You cannot do that. That is wrong. It is not every time these people come up with ridiculous false accusation. I think that is the thing now. People come up with, they started doing this from the Israel, the whole Israel war in Gaza. Somebody will come out and lie about Israel. Lie. Say Israel did something that Israel did not do. Claim that Bibi Netanyahu did something that Bibi Netanyahu did not do. Make ridiculous, preposterous claims. And then when people call them out for the lies that they are making, the false claims that are being made, they say, oh, they are saying that we cannot criticize Israel. And people are like, no, you're not criticizing. This is not criticism. Is that what we call false accusations? When you make false, absurd claims and accusations against people, and they call you out on it, and they say, you can't do this, you are destroying people's lives with these ridiculous accusations. And then the response you get from Candace Owens is, oh, we cannot criticize Turning Point USA. That is not criticizing Turning Point USA. That is not criticizing Turning Point USA at all. That is you lying against them. You are spreading lies against them. You are trying to destroy the organization with lies. With conjectures, with insinuation, with innuendos, with your I don't know, no, but I know. Every week after week, you have gone after every friend of the organization and people in the organization with unfounded claims, profound unfounded claims, bogus nonsense, week after week, and you call that criticism. It is the exact emotional strategy deployed by BNM in the wake of George Floyd's death. When I call out their shady financial dealings, oh please. Erika has been publicly pushing back for the first time on rampant conspiracy theories flying around the internet from conservative activists about her husband's assassination. Among them, Owens, once a close friend of Charlie. In the week after Kirk was murdered, Owens suggested Kirk was betrayed, accused the federal government of lying about the investigation, and said that Israel may have been involved in his death. She has repeatedly gone after Erika, who was named CEO of Turning Point USA, the massive conservative organization co-founded by Charlie. Owens later attacked Erika on her podcast for not addressing the rumors publicly as the new CEO of the company, but as a mourning widow. It completely misses the mark for me. I am sorry, it just has. But the good news is that she's now on mocking the waters in terms of her intentions with this massive political organization. She says, Owen shared a clip of Erika saying that she understands the conspiracy theories about her husband stem from people wanting to find an answer to something that happened that was so evil. Kirk says she wants justice but doesn't have time to address the theories. She added that she's speaking out because she's reached a breaking point because they've started to involve her immediate family or the family she's found at Turning Point USA. This is righteous anger because it is not okay. We saw all of that. Owen said Kirk, that's Erika's comments are why Turning Point USA looks so suspicious, adding at one point, you don't get to widow yourself. You don't get to be widowed into chairman and CEO. Yeah, she said that. Don't try to like mom the organization and say, well, mother upset because people are coming after her kids and all the multi-million-dollar subsidiaries. She groaned rather. She gave us emotion, she said. She said, I am a mother, I am a wife. And we never asked about whether she was a mother or a wife. We want to know if she is a CEO and a chairman. Are you envious of her position, Candace? Is that what this is about? Is this about envy? Do you want her position? Because that's what you are beginning to sound like. So let's see some of the clips from Candace before we wrap this up. Let's see some of the clips from Candace. This one, she addresses those who accuse her of making money from talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination.
To that point that people are making hundreds and thousands.
Yeah.
To that point that people are making hundreds and thousands of dollars. I just don't get how there's not someone on this very large PR team, as we're seeing these PR campaigns go out, that doesn't go, hey, maybe we should strike that. They made $40 million like 2 nights ago at Mar-a-Lago. Maybe that feels kind of a little bit like let them eat cake-ish. Oh, and we've made more than, separately from Mar-a-Lago, Turning Point USA, since Charlie was killed, just so you guys know, this is a fact, has made more than $100 million.
Candace, I know, of course, for you and your fans, comprehension is something that is difficult for you people. So let me break it down for you. It is okay. Yes, it is okay for the organization that their leader just got shot to receive financial assistance from people who care about it. What is not okay is you, Candace, exploiting it by spreading unfounded claims and making money from it. This is just that ridiculous things that ridiculous argument you hear from OnlyFans model, where they are like, people say that we are making money from selling our bodies, but what about soldiers? Are we soldiers selling their body to the government and making money? But nobody is condemning soldiers. Instead, they are condemning us for selling our bodies. That is the kind of stupid arguments you are making, Candace. You are doing something bad, and you are doing it for profit. You are doing something bad. You are destroying people's lives. You are spreading unfounded claims. You have made Charlie's death about yourself. You have turned it into me. It is all about you now, and you're making so much from it. And people are calling you out for how you have reduced yourself and reduced the legacy, the memory, the organization of this man to money-making venture for every ridiculous conspiracy theory you can come up with. That is what we are criticizing you of doing. And you're like, oh, but they are making money too. Why can't I make money? No, you can't with this kind of tactics. You can't. It is immoral. Find something. Why don't you stick to finding out if Brigitte Macron actually has a penis or not? Why not stick to that? Just focus on that.
That is separate from the $40 million they made at Mar-a-Lago the other night. So since Charlie has died, that organization has taken in $140 million. But gosh darn you people that are making hundreds of dollars every day on YouTube talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination and the BS narrative that is being...
Look at this woman. She's like, I'm not making... All the money I'm making is hundreds of dollars. Candace, you are receiving thousands. You are selling merchandise. You have sponsors. The money you are making from AdSense is not hundreds of dollars, Candace. You are raking it. You are making it big on YouTube. YouTube put you on their front page because you are making them so much money. Why are you lying? You raise funds for whatever. You sell every stupid merch you can come up with. You now have CIA, Candace Intelligence Organization, out of Charlie's death. You destroy people's lives for profit. That is what you do. You destroy people's lives for profit. That has been your entire MO from the get-go, from when you started with autopsy.com. It was about destroying you have always been about destroying people's lives for profit. And I think it's about time that people give you a taste of your own medicine. You need to get a taste of your own medicine. You need to get people who will come up to destroy your own life online. You need to get that, so you know how it feels. Even though I think you have a real mental health problem, there's something deeply fundamentally wrong with you upstairs.
Fed and the very obvious psychological operation that is being employed to make you accept the BS that they are trying to sell to us. Gosh darn you.
The person who comes up with conspiracy theories every 5 seconds is the one who is accusing other people of selling BS. I mean, that's rich.
Did you make $1,000 today? Speaking about Charlie Kirk, well, you should be ashamed of yourself, says Turning Point USA, who in large part made that money because of those very people who gave to the organization immediately following Charlie Kirk's assassination.
So that's Candace's response to, oh, stop making money in the most disgusting way possible. He's, oh, but you are making money too. Well, let's see if we can run through all of this. We've spent so much time just me ranting angrily because this whole thing can be annoying sometimes. Anyways, where was I? Let's see. Let's rapid fire the rest of this. We have other interesting clips. So here is this one.
No one, and I mean absolutely no one, outside of my husband and Erika Kirk has the power to shut me up right now. That's it. There's nobody that has the capacity to get me to shut up about this except for Erika Kirk. And I will say this, like, I am on this journey to figure out what happened on that day. I'm not going to stop unless Erika Kirk asks me to stop. I said early on, if Erika Kirk asks me to be quiet, I will be quiet.
But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode, but this is not okay.
It's a no from me, but you know me. I'm just out here saying what needs to be said. We'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsors.
There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. This nefarious woman. What has made her grow this popular is just, I mean, a combination
on the Charlie Kirk Show last week, Andrew.
A combination of just stupid people paying her attention and people who know better saying nothing about it and watching this, spiral out of control while they remain quiet. That is what has created this problem.
You said someone powerful called Erika and asked how much she knows, and she said, I know everything. I think she knows everything. She's his wife. What is a wife? Everything she said on stage yesterday. A confidant. Every secret that the world is not meant to know about Charlie Kirk, she knows about Charlie Kirk. Who was stressing him out? Why did you lay your head next to your wife or your husband? My husband knows everything there is to know about me. And so, yeah, there's no question that she knows everything. This is a faithful couple. This is a woman who consulted a priest and prayed when she felt that somebody had put a hex on her husband. And I just think everyone is being a little unfair by trying to assign so much ill will towards someone who hasn't done anything to warrant that. It does not feel appropriate to me. I haven't seen any reason to do that. What lie has Erika told that I'm supposed to be focused on? The amount of pressure that is on her right now, she has not come out and said anything to me that makes her suspicious. I would have been the first person. If I felt that anything was there, I would have said something truly. But I know that Charlie was very happy with Erika. And I know that Erika was a reason she was pushing Charlie, as women do, to really think through his ideas and think through what it was that he believed in one way or the other. She made him happy. And I just want you guys to know that. And so when you're putting stuff out there, just imagine that you're in her shoes. Imagine the size and the scale of that company. And imagine that on top of everything, you've got people that are digging into every layer of your life and not necessarily getting everything right. And I just feels to me like it's unfair.
And you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love. No, stop. To stop.
Publish that, you crying over your husband's casket, and to publish his dead body on Instagram was a decision that was made by Erika. And we can watch that. Take a look. That was not our business. This is why there are many people who do not believe that women are equipped to lead companies, because what you are watching here is an unbelievably emotional response that is absent of any logic. If you really care about your team, answer the questions. I just do not accept any of that. Turning Point is acting suspicious, and she does not feel that it is what she wants to do as a matter of priority. She sat down with the New York Times. She made time, by the way, in case you don't remember, to fly to DC and basically say, Charlie loved you. That was like the 15-second speech. We have a clip of that speech that she gave. So Erika Kirk has time. Not her priority. Not a good idea. Okay, it may work in PR world. You guys, I know how it's an obvious PR campaign. It's never been more obvious of a psychological operation. Whoa, whoa, Erika Kirk shuts down the no, she didn't even respond to one of the conspiracies. She gave us emotion. She said, I'm a mother, I am a wife, and we never asked about whether she was mother or wife. She's just expanding the wings of people that we're not allowed to critique because they're in the family. If you call them fam, you can't critique them, right? At AmFest 2023, I went alone at the PBD Live podcast. I stood there talking to a woman for the whole hour the show was going on. Talked to her about my heritage, Armenian, and she shared that she and her husband cared deeply about my people. At the end of the conversation, she let me know she is Charlie's wife, Erika. She made me feel welcome when I was alone. God be with the Kirks. If there was anything that could rile Charlie up, it's questioning his moral integrity. Yeah, they are very, very good people. Charlie and Erika are fantastic people. It does feel, I would say it feels elite. I don't have time for the little people. Okay. I don't have time for, you small pocket donors. I got time. If you ain't standing for a table, you ain't getting a response. Okay. Because we busy. We very busy. She's going to fight. She's going to fight, and she is going to fight on the good side because every woman would know what her husband's going through. So I can't even imagine what it feels like experiencing this tragedy, having to come to terms with this tragedy. I wasn't sure what direction she was going to go. If she was like, I was like, look, she's got a whole business that she's got to figure out. There's a lot of people in her ear. Maybe they did this transition too quickly, and she's just keeping her head no. What she's saying is Turning Point USA is untouchable, and it's a no from me. Erika Kirk, man, she really is just the moment. Charlie worked. We knew who Charlie was because he was authentic. Okay. He didn't just go, well, I only make time for big pocket donors.
You know what I find interesting? What I find interesting is how Candace always presents herself as if she's speaking for the little people. It's the same kind of nonsense that Tucker Carlson does, where he's like, oh, I'm trying to speak up for the little people, for the average American, people who are trying to get on with their day. You guys, the average folk, the folk who usually people will not pay attention to. I am your voice. I am here speaking out for you people. And then you realize these people don't know, have never experienced for once in their privileged existence, privileged but pathetic existence, what it's like to be an ordinary person. They've never had an ordinary lifestyle. This lady is married to royalty. Her husband is worth millions. And yet she's like, oh, she doesn't have time she doesn't have time for Candace Owens. But what does Candace Owens say it as? She doesn't have time for you people because I'm your representative. Of course. Of course. She is their representative. That's just the trick that she plays. Very, very subtle, interesting trick. Where somehow Candace is now a representative of the people. She's the people's champion. She's the people's representative. And to turn her down is to turn the people down. Very interesting stuff. And there's more. There is more from Candace Owens. Trust me, there is a lot more from this woman. There's a lot more from this woman. Here's this one where she doesn't know how to pronounce compartmentalize. Where is that clip? Oh yeah, it is
this idea that, well, now the widow has spoken. We're not dealing with the widow. We want the CEO and the chairman of Turning Point USA to answer. Okay? If you can't compartmentalize, then I don't see how you're going to be able to lead.
Did you hear where she said it? You hear where she said compartmentalize? Let's hear it again.
If you can't compartmentalize,
then I know I don't have to speak good English. Maybe my pronunciation is always a little bit off, but at least you can excuse me. I'm a Nigerian. I speak English as a second language. But Candace Owens, what is your excuse? You don't know any other language other than English. So what is your excuse? Compartmentalize, baby.
I don't see how you're going to be able to lead this organization in the future because Charlie worked. We knew who Charlie was because he was authentic. Okay. He didn't just go, well, I only make time for big pocket donors. Okay. He was sitting college campuses. He was speaking to people, understanding people. He was changing his ideas and he was changing minds. And you are not changing my mind about the fact that something weird happened that day and that TPUSA is acting funny because you give it an impassioned plea and speak about Nehemiah on Fox News. Okay. None of it makes any sense.
Yeah, but Candace Owens is compelling when she tells you that she has a dream. And she tells you about her dream. And Erika is supposed to answer about Candace Owens' dream. Candace Owens has a dream that something happened to Charlie and nothing about his life is real. She had this dream. And Erika has not responded to the dream. Erika, why haven't you responded to the dream, to Candace's dream, to the vibe? Okay, the vibe is off. Respond to the vibe. There is a feeling that she has. Why hasn't Erika responded to the feeling? This is incredibly ridiculous. When she said, here's the part where she said, you can't wheedle your way into CEO.
Well, now you're gonna have to prove that you have the ability to be a CEO and a chairman, and not just a wife who we expect emotion from. And you're rightful in that capacity. You are rightful to have emotion. You are rightful to be the aggrieved widow, but you don't get to just be widowed into the position of chairman and CEO. You don't get to respond to, well, in this case, investors, donors who have given money and are asking meaningful questions with, no, you don't get replies right now because this is the Charlie Kirk show, fam. Doesn't work this way, okay?
Candace Owens, have you donated? Are you a donor of Turning Point USA? Are you? Because something tells me you are not. You are that kind of person. Something tells me that you are not. You still have not given us, to the small donor. You mean the ones that you told not to give to Turning Point USA? You guys may not know this, but she told her fans not to give, those who we are donating to Turning Point USA, to stop donating to Turning Point USA. And now she's saying that those donors, so-called donors that watch her, that she has told to pull out their funds from Turning Point USA, are demanding answers, and they deserve answers, even though she has told them to pull out their funds from Turning Point USA. Just the last thing we are going to watch from her, which I think is very interesting, is just to show you the kind of grift this woman is doing. Before we watch this, I want you guys to keep in mind that George Farmer, which is Candace Owens' husband, is a multi-millionaire. The family are extremely wealthy. Her father-in-law is a knight or a lord, whatever it is that it is called. These people are very wealthy. Okay, if they need money, money is not a problem for Candace. And even her fans will tell you, Candace Owens is wealthy. In fact, some of them will say, you see, she's not doing this for the money because she's extremely wealthy. So she's a wealthy woman, right? Very wealthy. She can hire security. Her show is doing well. She's raking in tons of money. She's selling merchandise. She's doing well. Okay, her show is doing well. She gets millions of views every day. She opens her mouth and destroys the legacy of Tucker Carlson to the amusement of deranged lunatics on the internet. She's doing so well. Okay? But here is what she has to say. Just listen to this.
I actually said to my husband, we need to actually build our own security. We do, from the ground up. We just need to build our own security and know who these people are and know everyone. And because this Brian Harpole thing has given me a chill, and this Dan Flood stuff has given me a chill. And maybe we will actually accept that offer and start a fund in the coming days, or, in the coming weeks. I don't know how long it would take to put it together.
Did you hear that? She wants to build a security from the ground up because she fears that some Ukrainian has come to take her life. And she said she's going to start up a fund. I love this woman. Oh, Candace, come and teach me. Come and teach me how to exploit these morons on the internet. My goodness, where do I start? I have to start from hating Israel. That might be a problem. What else do you want me to do? What else do you want me to do to exploit these crazy people who have loose change and are willing to give it to somebody who has so much money? Can you imagine? She needs to set up a fund to get private security. And do you know that people like Mitch, who has been on the comments defending Candace Owens all night, which is night on from my part of the world, will open their wallet and give her money. People will give this woman money because she says she wants to set up a security fund to keep herself secured from mysterious hitmen.
I will run that to my husband. I actually think that is a good idea. I think we need to. This thing has really scared me. This French intelligence thing and the lack of commentary from the White House. This thing is really far-reaching.
Yeah, they are coming for her, guys. Give her money, please. Give her money. They are coming for her. They are coming for her, please, guys. give her money. She needs all your money. Give her as many as possible. Give her all your money. They are coming for her. Let's hear from from Seth Dillon. There are some things Seth Dillon had to say that I consider interesting, and let's hear from him.
And I want to understand it. I truly do. I want to understand why anyone who claims to be a Christian conservative is turning a blind eye to these things and allowing them to spread into the mainstream. We hear a lot of excuses. Oh, they're my friends. I have to be loyal to my friends. You have to be loyal to the truth.
Exactly.
You have to be loyal to what's good and true, even if it means you might even lose some friendships. And by the way, if you're...
And you should be willing to lose those friendships for the sake of the truth. Paul said, I count it all lost. Jesus said, any person that will come after me have to deny certain people, including father and mother. For the sake of the truth, you have to be willing to give things up. If you are not willing to do that, then you are not a soldier for the truth. And you need to have the fear of God. Just have the fear of God. Fear God. Listen, I want to say this to people who listen to me. I know we are not many right now, but I know we are getting there. Soon we'll be millions. But if there's one thing that I want all of us to know is that beyond men, fear God. Fear God more than you fear men. You see, men, the highest thing they can do to you is destroy your body. But God can destroy both body and soul. Fear God. Fear God, ladies and gentlemen. Fear God. Have the fear of God. Have the fear of God.
Your friends are requiring that you stay silent because they don't want you challenging them when they're promoting evil. They are not your friends. They're holding you hostage.
Exactly. Exactly. Now let's look at one of the so-called friends of Charlie, who has been a staunch defender of Candace Owens. Remember the apology she gave after we all know the drama, but I just want you guys to notice this. So she released a podcast episode recently on Twitter, said Hollywood's secret GOP push to get Crockett to run and key to longevity with Andrew Clavin and this person. So she posted this. This is a 97 minutes video. And look at what people are saying in the comments. Just look at the comments. When are you going to call out the evil POS Candace Owens? Here is from Katana. Candace Owens. Here is from this person. Megan, it feels like you are ignoring the elephant in the room here. And this is from Mark to say, so will you do a piece calling out, Candace Owens or not? Wild that Gary Becker talks longevity secret on there. Curious what his takes is on the genetic. I don't know if this is someone who is interested in the topic. But there's people who are not. And that's what I'm focused on. Don't care to hear one word you say until you condemn Candace Owens for demonizing your friend Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk. Do us all a favor. Never mention Charlie's name again because you refuse to stand up for Charlie and Erika from demonic people. And then this other person say, why are you so afraid to criticize Candace Owens, Megan? This person, Aruhi, said, according to Spotify, I was in your top 0.5% of listeners. You were my favorite. I always thought you had a backbone. But when you said that Ben Shapiro lied, and when he was clearly telling the truth, to defend Candace and Tucker, you show a side of yourself that really disappointed me. It's become more important to you to defend Tucker and Candace. And because of that, you've completely lost your journalistic credibility. It's truly sad to see. Here's another person. No one gives a single F about what you have to say until you call out Candace Owens. This other person says, still a coward, eh? Don't matter much at this point. Everyone rightly turned on Candace Owens and you just look foolish playing babe in the woods. Someone else posted, say, address me. Another person say, hey, Megan, since you were lightning quick to correct the record with Ben Shapiro, surely you'll be as diligent in correcting it now that Candace is shamelessly attacking Erika. Another person says, still taking sides of evil I see, no condemnation of the harassment Candace is bestowing on others. I will never take you or any other conservative coward seriously if you're unable to try to defend the innocent human beings that are supposedly your friend's wife. Poor Charlie, not only is Candace betraying him, but his political friends don't have the balls to defend his wife now that he's gone. Hey, Megan, Candace is now attacking Erika Kirk. You are still not mom of the internet, or do you want to take another look? So that's kind of everything that is just feud here. People are just talking, hey, when are you going to address this? When are you going to address this? When are you going to address this? When are you going to... That is like just a new episode, and that is what is flooding it. They're harassing her at this point. Here is another one. Like, it's almost like everything she posts, people just reply her with, when are you... This is Joe Berry. Joe Berry posted this and said, Megyn Kelly right now, just like, I see no evil. And even said Dilly had to laugh because this is funny. Like, I see no evil. I do not recognize what is going on right now. That is Megyn Kelly right now. While all of this is happening to the wife of her supposed best friend. And here's another thing that said that I think is very powerful. But before that, let's look at a tweet from this is the person who won the Mohammed Cartoon Challenge. He said, when the moment of truth comes, don't be Megyn Kelly, Matt Walsh, at Steven Crowder. Come on, Steven Crowder was not... Steven Crowder was speaking out about it. I don't know why you put Steven Crowder here. But Megyn Kelly and Matt Walsh, those two people are... those two people are... And Michael knows, he too, but... So Megan Bash posted, if you're part of the mob that has forced this grieving widow to come out and make this statement, shame on you. Seriously, you need to repent. And then Dylan said, and shame on anyone who stayed silent because they were afraid of backlash or conflict. Some are so spineless and cynical that they attacked anyone who called on them to confront this evil instead of attacking the evil itself. Disgraceful stuff. That is from Seth. And then we have, I have some other things, so many things that I want to go on. Okay, let's look at this one more. Should we? No, we should not. Now, I want us to look at this from Hotep Jesus. These are people who used to be colleagues of Candace Owens, people who have been dealing with Candace Owens from the get-go. And this is what he had to say. And I agree with this.
You know what the funny thing is about Candace? Candace ain't changed since she was another Trumper. Candace been the same Candace since 2015, 2016. Y'all just didn't notice it. And the rest of us been calling it out.
True.
The other thing is Candace has been a net negative for conservatism, for right-wingism, GOP, Republicans. She's been a net negative since she got in this whole business. It's just that now she's worse. And you guys are seeing it. You know why you guys are seeing it? You guys are seeing it because now you're being attacked.
Yeah.
When she was out here attacking your enemies, you liked
nothing.
it. But we told y'all she was toxic.
Yes.
We told y'all she was toxic, but you liked it when she was going at your enemies.
Yes.
Now she's coming at you. You don't like it.
And that is the truth. That is the truth. When I gave up on Candace Owens was when she started, for me, although I've not really paid attention to her, it's not like I've been one of the people who we are carrying that singing her praises, saying she's a strong voice for conservatism. I was never attracted to her show or anything, so I didn't have anything to say. But the first time that I encountered her and was utterly disappointed was when it had to do with Andrew Tate. And I was completely disappointed. Like, completely. I think the only other time that I kind of admire her work was part of what she said in the George Floyd documentary, the BLM documentary. Not all of it. A part of it was kind of interesting when she was exposing the organization for the fraud that it is, essentially. To that, I give her credit, right? Even though most of it was not actually her work. If you know really how that documentary was made, most of what Candace Owens shared was not actually her work. She was just the mouthpiece for it. But that aside, every other thing that I've seen from her has been either boring or disappointing. And the most disappointing for me at the onset was what she said about Andrew Tate. That was when I was like, nah, this person is horrible. This person is dumb. This person is ridiculous. This person is dumb. This person is ridiculous. This person is really, really like a wicked person. I mean, remember what she did with the whole Kid Fox and one of the victims of the Tate brothers. that was for me like, wow, this woman could go that far to really say something like that about somebody who was sexually exploited. For me, it was, nah, this woman is not somebody who is a good person. But of course, people kept defending her even back then. They continued even while she was platforming the Tates, defending them, you know. And now it has gone so far. I don't know why people don't usually just, like, especially in the conservative space, they don't address, it's one of my issues with them. If there's yeah, she named the victim, and yet the first person who took advantage of the victim, that's Kid Fox, right? That's his name. She blurred his name. She kind of blotted out, did not release his name. His name was censored. But the name of the victim, she did not censor it. That was one of the victims of the Tate brothers. Very disgusting stuff, actually. Like you said, very disgusting. You know, but back to what I was saying about conservatives, they are usually slow. Like, they are usually slow in dealing with problems. They wait till the thing festers so much, and it is so out of control that it is almost, at one point, you even be wondering if this can even be handled. That is when they wake up and they start saying something and they start doing something. Why the rest of us will be begging them, pleading with them, please say something about this. Please do something about this. This is eating up your movement. This is destroying your movement. Now we are begging on them to call out Tucker Carlson, to kick this guy out of the movement. And they are hesitating because they are afraid. And it's so ridiculous to me that they are afraid of Tucker Carlson when Tucker Carlson is clearly and obviously the biggest coward in the podcast space. I've said it and I'll say it again. He's the biggest coward. Tucker Carlson is a coward. That you are afraid of this coward is astounding to me. It is ridiculous to me. What is he going to do to you? Somebody that cannot even face Candace Owens. This is a big coward. And many people in the conservative space are afraid of him. What influence does he have that you people did? You know, one thing I don't understand about conservatives, especially so many of these conservative pundits. You don't know that some of these people that you claim to be powerful, you are the one that gave them the power. All you have to do is withdraw it and say, you know what, we're not. You know what, we are going to unanimously condemn you. Let us see what will become of your podcast. And all it takes is just for one person to be bold enough to do it. But bravery is something that these people lack. It's like, I used to say that the conservative podcast alternate media landscape has a grifting problem, but I think it's a mixture of grift and cowardice. Grift and cowardice. When you see the left, these people are like the lion of the tribe of Judah. Once the left is who they are attacking, they become voracious lions. They are tigers. They are warriors. But a woman, Candace Owens, just one crazy woman, shows up, and people are like kittens. It's so unfortunate. All right, what do I want to look at here next? All right, let's look at Nick Fuentes, one of the people who is giving me joy. I'm not a fan of Nick Fuentes. This is not me becoming a fan of Nick Fuentes. And I hope that's not what I'm going to achieve by introducing you to by playing some of his clips. But Nick Fuentes has been giving me joy. I'm not going to lie. Nick Fuentes has been giving me joy. Okay? So after I've been ranting about what is upsetting me, I think I need to talk about what is giving me so much joy right now. And that is Nick J. Fuentes, okay, the Italian white supremacist. Is it the Italian or the Latino white supremacist? Let's hear from Nick Fuentes. So here's the first thing we are going to look at from Nick.
So anyway, I saw this from Erika Kirk. She comes out crying. And then I see a video from Candace Owens. She jumps on Instagram and she films her big, fat, stupid black head. And she goes, yeah, it's about me. They didn't say it's about me, but it's about me. It's about me. And I don't know how you look at this person and are not filled with disgust, especially as a man. If you're a woman, I get it. I think that women are easily manipulated. And I think that women tend to be suckers for things like this. I don't understand how any man could look at that Instagram video she posted and not be overwhelmed with disgust. She goes live on Instagram or on her story and she goes, yeah, it's about me. They don't say it's about me, but it's about me and it's all about me and it's me, me, me. And she's giddy.
Yes.
She is lit up like one of these Christmas trees. She's lit up. Her expression is bright. They're talking about me, 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 me. It's all about me. She goes, and I'm going to go live and I'm going to talk about what they said about me. You can read it on her face. She literally could not be happier.
I'm telling you.
She is elated. It is orgasmic. It is orgiastic exuberance that she was directly attacked by Erika Kirk. And you want to know why? Because she knew that when she went live today, everybody was going to be watching to see the counter. Because that's what this is now.
Yes.
That's what
drama.
this is. It is a soap opera.
Yes. It is a drama. It's one big drama. It's now drama land. It's now, it's what Candace has always strived on when she will be chasing after Blake Lively, where she'll be talking about Lizzo, where she'll be going after Cardi B, all those drama like love and hip hop style podcasting. That's what she had tried. She has always thrived on. That has been her shtick from the get-go. And now she has taken it to another level, playing with people's lives. That's what it is for her. It's one big drama. It's one big soap opera for her. It's like on today's episode, people are going to come to see my reaction. It's going to be huge. This will be massive. She knows.
It is a big soap opera. It is a serial. It is a true crime series where the investigators are now the main characters. That's what this is. And it is a tit for tat every day. Oh, this changes everything. This is going to blow the lid on the conspiracy. Oh, Turning Point responded. Here we go. Now I got to say something. And you look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail of the video, it's Erika off to the side and Candace is looking at her. Oh, well, so smug, so giddy, gleeful. And there's a word for this. It's called narcissistic supply.
Yeah.
Narcissistic supply. It doesn't matter what kind of attention it is, positive, negative. It is a black hole of female narcissism.
True.
She is elated that she gets to once again redirect everything about this conversation to being about her.
True.
And her crusade and how she's the only one who's doing this because she's the only one with integrity. She's the only one that isn't two-faced in politics.
True.
She's the only one. She is the chosen one.
The chosen one.
That's the narrative now.
Exactly.
I watched her show last week. She's talking about her time with Charlie and how they used to laugh and have fun. She goes, and we didn't understand politics. She goes, I don't understand politics. I don't understand being two-faced and dishonest. I'm not like that. And it's like, do you hear yourself? Every show, it's like, I'm just the bad. I'm a good person. I me, mine. It's all me.
All her. It is all her. It is all Candace Owens. That is all this is about. Everything is always about her. She has made herself the center of attention. And Nick is on the money. Nick is on the money. I mean, just let's listen to another one of Nick. Nick was on fire. I'm telling you, Nick was on fire.
And I'm sure you saw it today, Candace Owens. She is now explicitly and outright attacking the widow of Charlie Kirk, his wife, Erika. And we all knew this was coming. This was inevitable, and it was obvious.
Mm-hmm.
She has been on this crusade now for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
We're going on 3 months. All of September, October, November, and it's going to be another month this December of the conspiracy soap opera, the drama. And there were two things we knew when Candace Owens started this. One, we knew that eventually it was going to become about Brigitte Macron. Everyone knew that. One, we knew from day one that eventually we were going to find our way back and somehow the assassination of Charlie Kirk was going to be connected to Brigitte Macron being transgender. Nobody knew how. Nobody knew the steps we were going to take to get there or how long it would take for us to arrive, but we're there, and it has happened. So Brigitte Macron orchestrated the hit on Charlie Kirk. And two, we knew that eventually we were going to get the mud fight. We were going to get the divas match. We were going to get the slap fight, the bitch fest. I don't mean to say that Erika's a bitch. She's probably not, but it's two women fighting.
She's probably not. This guy is nowhere. This guy is nowhere.
We knew it was going to go there. We knew she was going to attack the wife. And now it has happened. It has been gradually escalating. And if you've been paying attention to Candace's coverage, her theories, it has been expanding and widening. The conspiracy started out very early on. Of course, it was an Israel conspiracy. Israel did it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the week after this happened, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I said, gut level, I find it hard to believe because Charlie Kirk was an Israel shill. He always was for 15 years. And he hated me because he was an Israel shill and I was an Israel truther. I said, so forgive me if I don't believe that he was martyred by Israel, his employer. I said, it didn't make any sense. But that's where everybody took it immediately for obvious reasons. And then the conspiracy widened. And it widened to include maybe a dozen people that were present on the campus that day. And it then widened to include the FBI and the Trump administration. And then it widened to include France and Egypt. And then what has been happening lately is that it has been widening to include everybody that Charlie Kirk knew.
Yes.
And she's been going around for the past several weeks, hinting strongly and insinuating that his family killed him, that perhaps his parents, his wife, his best friends, his colleagues, that they were in on it, that they either gave permission for these three governments to kill Charlie Kirk, or they were complicit in the assassination against Charlie Kirk. But that is what she has been insinuating. And the pressure has been mounting. As you know, last week, finally, Turning Point came out, and Blake Neff, who is the architect of the Charlie Kirk podcast, he came out last week and said, we are forced now to formally respond. They said they're going to host a live stream at their studio in Phoenix. They said they're going to do it this month, and they're going to formally address all of the conspiracy theories that implicate Turning Point as an organization. Candace Owens was invited to attend the live stream. She declined. She said she was busy. She didn't say why she was busy. She said she would cover it anyway from home. Then she said, actually, I'll beg my husband to let me go and attend the live stream if Erika Kirk is there. And I don't know that we covered that aspect of it, but that's how it played out. Last Wednesday, Blake Neff announced Turning Point is going to address the allegations. We're hosting a live stream. She's invited. Candace replies and says, name the time, name the place. I'll be there. I want all the bells and whistles. Let's do it. They say, okay, we're doing it on December 15th in Phoenix. You're welcome to join us.
And then she came up with excuses. We all know that part. I'm looking for the ones that are funny. Someone is asking if I have a second channel. Yeah, I do. Is look at the channel here. It's in the live chat. You can go and subscribe to the second channel. I have a video that will be going live in a few minutes in the second channel. So you can subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video. Well, I'm coming. There's a part that I want to. Yes, this one from Nick.
It's really sick because you get into all these, like, it becomes somewhat technical because the problem is, I'll tell you the real problem. The problem is a lot of people actually are not capable of critical thinking. And this is something that actually, in order to respond to it, you need to engage in critical thinking. You need to think about it analytically.
True.
which most people cannot do. People
Unfortunately.
mostly engage in heuristic thinking, a rules-based way of thinking. And so their heuristic thinking is like, in other words, they're trying to fit round pegs in round holes, square pegs in square holes. They're trying to find patterns, and they're trying to fit events into a previously understood pattern. And sometimes something comes across the desk where it doesn't neatly fit, and you actually have to engage with it in a critical way. You have to think deeply about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's what I'm talking about, for example. It's like I said earlier, they'll say something ridiculous and you counter it, and they say, well, now you're carrying water for the FBI. So think about it this way.
Oh, you are being paid $7,000. Don't forget that part. Or the Jews are paying you. No, Mossad is paying you. Payment that at this point they are owing me millions if they are really paying people.
Wait. Candace Owens says something. You can agree with it, and you're a truth teller, you're a crusader, you're on the side of the truth, whatever. But if you find an error, literally, if you just find that there's something wrong with what she's saying, if you disagree with it, if you're skeptical, they'll say, well, that's the official narrative. So there's two narratives. There's Candace's narrative and there's the FBI narrative, and that's it. And if you're not agreeing with Candace, then you're with the FBI, and the FBI is always, we assume there's a conspiracy. What does that tell us? It tells us that if you are not with Candace, you're with the FBI, and the FBI is wrong because there's a conspiracy. But even if Candace is wrong, if you point it out, they say, well, you're part of the conspiracy. So it's all this like self-affirming loop. It's this impossible feedback loop. She says something. Is it true? She's right, and she's a truth teller. Is it false? Well, the only reason she got it wrong is because they're feeding her bad information. So she's actually, in a way, right. The only reason she got it wrong is because people are pointing out it's wrong, and that's because they're paid to do so. It shows that she's right. Are you saying she's wrong? That's because you're in on it. You're being paid. That shows she's right.
Yep.
So when she says something, it forks. If it's true, if it's false,
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It always tends towards she's right.
Yes, that is like is the pain of arguing with stupid people. It doesn't matter. Everything is kind of proving their point. Everything is their claim is non-falsifiable. Everything is kind of proving. Even when Candace is wrong, she's right. Even when she doesn't make sense, she's making lots of sense. Even when there is nothing to notice, she's noticing. Even when doesn't make sense, you are just too stupid that your brain has been, you are just part of the matrix. You've not escaped it. It's the same Andrew Tate nonsense where if you don't agree with him, somehow you've not escaped the matrix. Even when he's wrong, even when people are clearly wrong, they kind of manipulate their audience to think in one particular way that nothing they ever tell you is wrong. And he's pointing it out here very well. Very well. Nick is doing a good job of pointing that out. And Nick, this is what happens. The reason why you have people like Nick now being the voice of reason is because you have so many cowards who will not come out to say this. So many. Here's another one that Nick said that I want. We have like a couple of other clips from Nick. Let's see how many we can go through. Here's the one where she said that Candace is doing like that's so Raven.
Nobody will address it head on because they're intimidated and afraid of the nuts. And somebody just needs to make the case and say, this is ridiculous.
Exactly.
You're dumb. And I see a lot of people bringing it back to my original point. I see a lot of people making it about everything else. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, you're attacking these poor innocent people. Oh, Erika's a widow. Oh, you're, whatever. Just rip apart the arguments, call her dumb. She's saying dreams are evidence. She's saying she had visions. What is she? That's so Raven? There's a clip going around. She said, I've been having these visions. I've been having dreams all year. I pulled my kids out of school. What is she? That's so Raven now? Chelsea, I just had a vision. You are not that so Raven. You are not a soothsayer. You are a stupid bitch. I clocked her when I met her. But nobody's going to say that. So listen.
Oh my god. Oh, one more before we go. Okay, we have two more. I wish I could play three more, but we have two more from Nick. And this is about Tucker Carlson. And this is why I wanted to play it. Like, I've been saying Tucker Carlson is a coward, but Nick gets it. Like, Nick gets it. He gets the whole Tucker Carlson grift. And this is why I like Nick. Like, this is why I'm not endorsing Nick, okay? For Nick is a horrible person. I need to say it. Like, many people may not know this, but Nick, or maybe people may think that I don't see, he's a horrible person. He's a staunch anti-Semite. He has negative views that I will not support in any way, shape, or form. He's a racist to the core. Like, Nick is white supremacist. When they talk about white supremacists, they're talking about Nick Fuentes and the Nick Fuentes crowd. I do not support them in any way. But when someone, the truth is true, even when it is said by a stupid person, even when it's said by a ridiculous person, even when it's said by one of the most vile human beings on the planet. But truth is truth, and he's kind of funny also. So that is why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not saying this to endorse him. This is not an endorsement of Nick Fuentes. I need to point that out because some people don't even understand these things. But one thing I like, see, you can call Nick Fuentes so many things. You can call him an anti-Semite. He is. You can call him somebody who pushes vile ideas. Yes. You can call him a troll. Yes. You can call him somebody who is who holds very despicable views. 100%. But one thing you cannot call Nick Fuentes? You cannot call him a coward. Okay, that is 100% true about Nick. He is not a coward. And this is why I'm saying this. Just watch this and you'll see that Nick is indeed not a coward.
It's pernicious. I think this is actually sinister. I saw Tucker Carlson weigh in. He uploaded a 5-minute video and it's pernicious. I think this is actually sinister. I saw Tucker Carlson weigh in. He uploaded a 5-minute video and he said, well, I just love everybody involved. He said, I love Erika and I love Candace and I love Turning Point. I love Blake Neff and I love all these people. He goes, I'll never criticize someone that's asking questions. What is the FBI doing? And honestly, that's just cowardice.
Yes.
That is either a criminal level of cynicism, of disregard for the truth, or that is just cowardice. I'm getting really sick of that whole shtick. I watched his 5-minute video and it's like, the FBI is supposed to tell us what's going on. We have every right to believe that the FBI is lying. Really? So we must assume the FBI is lying, but what editorial standard is there for anybody else? Does Candace Owens have an editorial standard? Or can she say literally anything and everything, no matter how false, no matter how reckless, whether there's evidence for it or not? And if she gets it wrong, I guess that doesn't matter. It doesn't count against her, doesn't hurt her credibility. If she's accusing innocent people, that doesn't matter. She's not accountable for that either. I'm getting really tired of this like Mr. Smith goes to Washington shtick from Tucker.
And he went on about this Mr. Smith goes to Washington, but I don't have time to talk about it now because I need to wrap up this show. It has been fun. This is one thing. This is it. This is, you guys can remember. He went on like on Nick continues on a 5 minute rant, just destroying Tucker Carlson, like really destroying him. Like he went in on him. Like you need to see the things that he said about Tucker Carlson. Maybe I'll play it in my next live stream. Maybe the next live stream I'll focus on Nick Fuentes and some of the things he has to say about Tucker Carlson because they were funny, they were incredible, it was something to see. And you can remember that not too long ago, Tucker Carlson stuck out for Nick Fuentes, interviewed him, and almost had everybody piling on him. But when it comes to criticizing Tucker Carlson, Nick does not hold back. Nick does not go, oh, well, this guy actually did me a solid the other time by having me on his show. Therefore, I will not criticize him. If that was Matt Walsh, that would be Matt Walsh's stand. If that was Michael Knowles, that would be Michael Knowles' stand. It would be, Tucker Carlson gave me a platform. When he was on Fox News, he invited me. When he was going independent, he had me on his show. Now I cannot criticize him because we are close friends. I mean, the other day he gave me a beer. But that does not that. But when it comes to Nick, which is something that I admire about him, I know it's shocking, but true. If somebody is wrong, Nick is going to say you are wrong. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what you've done for him. He doesn't care how you helped him in the past. If you are wrong, you are wrong. Now, of course, he does his own in a particular way that you might be like, okay, well, maybe he's a bit over and above, but when you have normal people who are supposed to see this and recognize, look, if somebody is wrong, then the person is wrong. If somebody is not loyal to the truth, then the person is not loyal to the truth. If somebody is doing something nefarious, then the person is doing something nefarious. If people cannot do that, it is why the conservative movement does not look like something that, like, especially this podcast space, this alternate media landscape, this la la land of podcasters that are right wing. That's why I feel like whatever it is that is going on will not last long. That's all I have for you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming. Thank you so much. Before I go, let me recognize the one super chat that I received. This is from keep things to yourself. He said, Homo, she's insane. 100% my brother. She is insane. Candace Owens is insane. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate all of you. I was expecting to have like billions of super chat because I wanted to be, that is my goal, to be the next big Candace Owens, but I guess I'm not doing it right. I need to start, first of all, find a conspiracy theory or maybe a couple of conspiracy theories, and who knows, from there the sky is the limit. But anyway, still then, thank you guys. Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate all of you. You guys are the best. You guys are 100% the best. And until we meet again, probably or definitely on Saturday, have a very, very fantastic day or night. Thank you. I'm happy to hear Ositech that I did not, or Osai Tech that I did not disappoint. All right. Take care, everyone. Peace and love, and God bless you.